Hey folks. So I've been getting a lot of questions recently about people starting out in HEMA, asking me about the equipment and weapons that I use. So I'd figure I'd do a series of videos going over some of my swords and protective gear. So I figured I would talk about the Regenyei standard fetter first. I think I've had this for about 6 years. It's my main tool. It definitely has seen a lot of sparring and classes and drills and such, and it's held up great. A fetter, for those who don't know, is a little bit different than your regular sword. It has a thinner blade but thicker edges, so it can take a lot more punishment without chipping. One of the other distinctive features is that it has a shield, which serves as a secondary, or a primary, I guess, blade catcher versus the crossguard. So I'll just go over the dimensions really quickly for those who are interested. So the overall length is 132 centimeters, which is 52 inches. The blade length is 100 centimeters, which is 39.4 inches approximately. The handle length is 32 centimeters, about 12.6 inches. With the point of balance sitting about 8 centimeters from the crossguard, which is 3.1 inches. And then the overall weight is 1,416 grams, which is rounded down or up, I'm not sure, about 3.1 pounds, which is a very, very comfortable weight. So one of the cool things about the Regenyei fetters is that there's a lot of customization options available as well, like different crossguards, different shield designs. I believe they even do engravings now. I think they have the straight handle versus the wasted handle, and then obviously they have a bunch of different pommels. Me personally, I prefer pear-shaped pommels or scent stopper pommels just because they offer a very comfortable, nice grip in your hand, allowing to steer the point really well, especially when you're wearing like bigger gloves like Spec Heavies or anything like that. You don't need to worry too much about where your finger position is. It's just like fits in the palm really well and just like offers nice control. So I'll talk a little bit about handle material. Usually I believe they come with a type of cord wrap or leather wrap or whatever you want. Nothing's going to last too long, especially with like lots of rigorous sparring. So I've replaced the wrapping material many times, but my favorite by far is paracord. Paracord is cheap, it's easy to use, and it's very durable. This has been on there for a good couple of years probably, versus like leather or hockey tape or even tennis racket tape. This just serves its job very well. You can also do different types of wrapping. What I've done is I've done a ridge down the center on both sides. For me, that adds a little bit of volume, which is nice because I have a little bit bigger hands, so I can grip it really well. One of the other big bonuses is that you can index it on your fingers. So you can feel from your hands and your fingers where the edge alignment is. So here I've done the wrap on both sides, but you could easily wrap it on one side. I think I have an example here where the wrap is only done with the ridge on one side and the other side is smooth. So you still have the indexing, but it doesn't gain so much in volume. The only downside is if you only do it on one side, you kind of tend to only use one edge and you don't flip your weapon around that much, which might cause more stress on one side of your sword. I have two other fetters here as well, where you can see the design is a little bit different. Both are pear-shaped pommels as well, but they have different shields. So this is obviously a larger shield. Can collect maybe a little bit more, but it doesn't really hook it in. And this is a smaller shield where it's kind of angled down, a little bit more compact. And as far as the length, I think maybe this blue one here is maybe an inch shorter than this one. So overall quality, I think it's pretty good, especially considering the cost. It's not too expensive. I think you can get one for about $325 US. So over the years, it's definitely taken a beating. Maybe, I don't know if you can see, but it's taken a little bit of a curve, a little bit of an S curve now. And then in the last year, I think the handle has become a little bit loose, so it doesn't sing as nicely as it used to when they used to clash. So now it rattles a little bit. I mean, it's still fine. The amount of like impact this has taken, this is holding up great. One of the things I like about this a lot is the way it handles. With the points of balance and the weight where it is, it's just super nimble to use, doesn't get in the way, it doesn't feel like point heavy or anything like that. It's easy to control with your offhand. So yeah, very comfortable. I would definitely recommend this if you're starting out in HEMA. Handles very well, it's affordable, nice customizations, and it holds up very well. There's a lot of other good manufacturers out there as well, so if you want to like shop around and see what you prefer, but this would be at the top of my list. I hope this was helpful. Please leave a comment if you have any further questions, or if you have any suggestions for what weapon or gear you'd like to see next. Like and subscribe.